Mother is clumsily trying to determine is when you came to here.
A month ago.
Oh, yeah, sure. What happened a month ago?
My mother died.
Confessions from a deathbed.
Nick, that'll be enough! Well?
I'd been up on the Klamath. They called for me. Said she was sick. She was dying. She never talked about it, who my father was. Not in all these years. But it was something she wanted me to know. Something she couldn't take to her grave. There was a Bible in a box, and she told me to get it. She said, turn to the back, to the last page. I started to, and this fell out. I picked it up, and I read it. And I looked at her. She was gone.
This it? All of it? It's one piece of paper.
He was my father.
All right, boy.
You don't believe me.
Get his horse, Eugene.
You're not dumping me the way he dumped her.
Keep your voice down!
You put together a very touching story. Not convincing, touching. However, considering whom it might hurt, even though it is a lie, I'm willing to pay. 300, 400, what do you take?
What I'm entitled to. A name, a heritage, a part of it all. What's mine?
All right, boy, now you listen to me. I want you out of this house, off this place, and out of this valley. And know this. If I ever lay eyes on you again, I'm going to finish what I started tonight.
Hurt, you're lucky you're not dead, you little fool. What were you doing out there? Well?
Nobody talks to me like that. Not ever.
No?
No.
Try them.
I heard my brothers talking about it. What was in town, I wanted to see. You don't believe me.
Sit down.
You're a rough one, aren't you?
Crossed a few hills.
It's what I've always wanted to do. See places like you have. Do what I want, no matter whatever.
Still?
My brother Nick. He takes nothing from anyone.
You're telling me?
That's how I'd like to be. My father was like that. My mother thinks I'm shameless. Jared says I'm spoiled. Nick, he understands. You're like Nick.
Some guy really put his fingernails into you. Get some soap to that when you get home, you hear?
Is that where you're taking me? Home?
Yeah, I think we both had ours for the night.
Have we?
I guess you know where you
Alone. In a room. With a man. It's the first time. And there's the first time for everything, isn't there? To run. To talk. To love.
are. To test your brother. Isn't that what you're doing?
Liar! Liar!
Well, I'll say one thing for that. Oh, Bear, he bred 'em wild.
All of it, everything you told them, lies!
Well, I don't fancy his breeding, miss, and it's no pride I got in him for a daddy. But it's a proud name, and it's mine. And I'm gonna wear it, and people, boy, howdy, they're gonna look up to me, just like your brothers. And everything that's Barkley, I'm gonna be, too.
I told you, man. Oh, boy, this is work for men.
That's all of it.
I'll let you explain to your family, Miss Barkley. They can explain to me.
We're all right from here, Sheriff. Thank you.
You're new at the Barkleys, aren't you?
We saw me ride out. He came after.
So you said, miss. What's your name?
Heath.
Heath what? That's Swinson's place.
They came. Just came. With guns and torches. Hollering out like wolves. And I just stood there aside and watched them do it.
Well, not my place. And hanged I'll be after paying for what I own. I got a paper here that says I have to do just that. By 8 o'clock in the morning. Or have my place took out from under me. Well, I ain't. You hear? I ain't. Who stands with me?
No one stands with you, Frank. I'm sorry. But legally, after tomorrow, the land's no longer yours.
Nick. Jared. Eugene, listen. 6 years ago, your daddy and mine fought and died for this. Because your daddy said it was right to fight.
And what did it gain you? Any one of you. Your father, and yours. 10 others dead. 6 years of false hope. I bow to no man in my regard for Tom Barkley. But he was only a man. He couldn't fight a giant and win. Any more than can you. Or you. Or any man. So worship him. Pray for him. But follow him. You follow a dead man to his grave.
Is that true? What he said? Your daddy gave us nothing? No way to fight? Never did.
Harry, I've known you most of my life and respected you. Enough to be honest.
Any man that comes to try to take that farm, he's going to be killed.
Sorry to hear that, because I'm going to be with him.
He was an imperfect man, my husband. And in so many ways that could hurt. But he never destroyed, only built and gave, Lloyd. For he knew that what he brought was a changing way. A revolution of its own that said, you are a free man. No one, not Railroad, nor Jordan, nor Thomas Barkley can own you. And he knew it was something you won only with courage, pride, and leadership. That's what he tried to instill in his son. If you hadn't ridden away tonight, you would have seen that he accomplished this. It's not a battle that can be won in a day, a year, or even 10. And then one day he made a terrible, wretched mistake. He died before anyone really understood. And so, if you were my son, I would say to you, be proud. Because any son of my husband has a right to be proud. Live as he would live, fight as he would fight, and no one can deny you his birthright. That's what I would say to you. If you were my son.